Hello, this is Gus from Casa Costal. This is a little video introduction to our project, Casa Costal. It's the first video that we do in English. This is talking to all our local friends or foreigner friends that know a little bit or a lot of the history of Puerto Morelos. Ourselves, my family, Ceci, my kids, we've been only here 3 years, but it was the perfect place like for a lot of people who is arriving to Puerto Morelos to live and try to make our dreams true. And what I mean, we've been living in the jungle for 2 years full time. Well, 3 years. The first year we live in Zona Urbana, and now we are here like in kilometer 3 and something of the Ruta de los Cenotes, trying to build this project, this dream. I want just to explain a little bit what is all about it. It would be great if the new people or if we can reach interesting persons who know about what is the problems that is going to happen in Puerto Morelos comparing to Cancun and Playa del Carmen. That's exactly like why we are here or believing our project. It's something that worth doing it. So first I'm gonna tell you who I am. I'm Gustavo, and I studied in a French school. The French school took me to France where I met for the first time some juggling toys like the Diabolo. I don't know if you know the Diabolo. So that's like the short story of why after a travel I started selling in Mexico juggling toys. I saw it in France. It was part of the education of, I was there in the high school. I was 14 years old. Yes, long time now. And one day per week we was playing in the circus section of the school. That was kind of the sporty next to the climbing wall. So it was like something really natural for them. The juggling, the toys, the circus. It was not about being a clown or like this professional life. It was more about the skills, trying, understand that after a couple of tries, maybe sometimes you need more than your friend. You have to try it 10, 20 times, but at the end, if you try it, you will do it and you will get it. So for me, it was amazing when I was 14 years old, knowing the Diablo. In this same travel, a guy in the beach let me use a kite surf. It was not kite surf, the sport was still didn't exist. It was more like traction or power kites. And for me, in a travel when you are so young and that someone arrive and let you use this kite machine and feel the power in your feet and your legs, it was for me was a full discover. And I as I was working in this travel a little bit with the illegal maybe, well, I was too young, it was a school travel, and at the end I called my parents to ask them to I will be stay 1 month more. And then after 1 month I was calling them that, hey, I'm okay here in France, in the south of France, I'm working and I won't be there for university, or how do you say, preparatoria. It was fun. What happened is that when I learned to work, I was so young. The natural travel was just 3 days, 3 weeks, 1 week in Paris and 2 weeks in the south of France. Maybe I'm gonna see it. Maybe this is gonna be a long video that is gonna stay there. It's okay if you share it. If you, okay if you don't see it. It will be a blog too, and it's kind of in this project and with all these efforts and theory in our mind that what we have to do for like effort and for the work, because since this travel I understood that you can mix work with pleasure, and that was everything for me in life. Like I have to find what I love to make money. If it's just go for money, it won't take you anywhere. So this project here in Puerto Morelos, after the story of learning from someone else and enjoying something because it's just use it, like the juggling, like the kite surf, or even the petanque we sell because in this travel I sold the petanque. We sell petanque too. So we have our businesses tiendamalabares.com, ukuleleria, that's another part. Tienda Malabares, petanque.mx, And now, a couple of years ago, we started selling ukuleles, like this one. Ah, okay. Okay, that's another part of the story. And yes, in the high school, I understood that if you can share what you love, you can sell it. And it's just like this is the way I found the way to do my pleasure, my job. So I win or I make my living sharing what was for me the most amazing thing I do. So that's why I sell toys, music instrument, and now today I start a new challenge in my life. I'm gonna try to make a profitable and good business for everybody, like the dream business, no? Like this is what the things that I do when I'm thinking like what will be the best thing to do in your life, and what is the thing that it can make you feel happy and be with your family and like yes, I think a lot all the time. Like be sure every day that you are doing what it makes sense. So that was like one of the point why I stopped studying industrial engineer because everything about it was more about the industrial, not the engineer. I mean, we were almost ready to go work for these big industries that I mean like Flextronics that is in Guadalajara, or all this brand. My teacher used to be in Flextronics. So it was like he had a BMW. It looked like he won some money, but it was like going to this place, seeing everybody working, like do it better, do it better, do it better. But in my mind, like a lot of these kind of linear productions do linear thinking too, like for the people, like thinking about this, about getting a better price, uh, have it on time, have it in quality, or in, it's like the mass production don't allow to have singular conversation sometimes, no, like the one who work in the industry of tourism too. If it's somewhere you have to pay your entrance to a park, to a hotel, I don't know, these people change all the time. Like in the industries there are not very a lot of time and rotation to enjoy someone who work in the store of Escaret. I don't know. Like this is for me the feeling. This when you go too crowd, too much people, too fast, too good business, the interaction is go really really slow, or it doesn't even happen like with human. You start doing traveling or you start doing tourism, but you don't have the time to be human. You are the consumer, and this is the provider, and this is the quality, and I have to smile, and I have to do smile. So this is everything is set up and it's great for business. So after 14 years doing my life just kiting, just playing juggling, or just playing ukulele, and some business stuff too, like open and close stores. That was very hard to have a store to try to promote the juggling. Imagine my challenge. I opened stores, physical stores, just with juggling promotion about how good is the juggling for everybody. No, so it was like I don't know, my friends who used to study engineer, it was it's weird. It was something weird. I don't know. It just happened. But at the end, it just become better and better because I start seeing other worlds and building some of them. No, some of my customers, kids customers, they really become clowns or jugglers or professional performers. Some of them they have their own theater after 14 years. So it's like it was very interesting to me be chance to be part of the artist world in almost every of these products or items that I sell in my life. It was just a door, an open door to another world where I met the artists, people who live doing art. So this is like the other very, very important things in my life that make you feel like, come on, okay, there's people who don't even do what traditional things, way to do industrial, do it. They invent their own uh, everyday life. They invent the colors. For me, the artist, the performer, the people who is creating. Like a good example is when I met Pau Daviles, who's the owner or the creator of Cracovia 32. I'm gonna put some links. I hope Karen is gonna help me, like to put the links of the kind of community that I'm talking about, because in some point this the people who you met is the people who live the life that you didn't. Your friends, they become the eyes of the life that you didn't live it, no, because they took another decision, they have another body and they go away. So it's the other life. So when you start meeting and you start deciding what kind of people you want to meet, or you are or you know, like you are traveling, you are taking the decision of your life, and they take you to some people who are enjoying like the same path. At the beginning, when you are a kid, these people is your friends of the school or your neighbors. Is something more like physical. But now in the internet, this is another example. You can find people who have similar interests just because you do a video and you upload it, like today. The other video of I met Roy, who is a laudero, so I'm enjoying somehow the kind of video thing, but it's still hard to be talking here, watching the plastic stuff and keep going and trying to enjoy it. But the truth is not really a video to make you enjoy it. This is that someone who want to meet us, and this is this was the point of the first part, you know, like that we need time. We need time if we want to change the way the things happens in our city or in the Mexico society, the problems, the violence, is because we need time to make the friends and to meet new people and understand the fighting of everybody. It's kind of philosophical, but it's what we are doing here in the middle of the jungle. When you have time, when you start doing with your hands, like this building that we made it ourselves. So after the selling products, knowing artists that do incredible things, and having financial problems because this happened too in life. One thing is that you're entrepreneur and sometimes you fail, sometimes you have a good idea. One time I was really, really broken, like minus 1 million pesos. It was like the financial the problem that I would get when I was 24 years old. I started growing my business of juggling stores, trying to open physical stores. And then, boom, it was not a very good decision. You open too much physical store and the sales wasn't good enough. So I lost a lot of money in trying to grow a business just because it was a good idea to make the business, not because we were like enjoying some part of it. It was something crazy, like this experience of the bankrupt and the and credits, you know, paying. It was very hard. It took me like 8 years maybe to understood that I could pay it, and yes, it was bad enough. So once I was there with my sister and my brother-in-law, who work in the Red Cross International, and they've been living in different countries in the Caribbean, and they wanted to do something in the future, like maybe our own ONG or a project to make like the living when retired, maybe. So they talked me about the simplicidad voluntaria, that is simplicity, living with simplicity. People who don't want like to lose their time in life trying to have working hard to have the money to do what they like people who go more straight, and they understand that they don't gonna have some of the things like so much money maybe because you are not working hard, you are working in something that you do with your hands like this, that you're gonna offer to someone, and even it's not expensive, it's something that you do it with your hands with love, and that have a value of feeling values, you know. So it's interesting when you do something, even a letter right like it used to be, no? Or someone who can do clothes, someone who can do whatever do-it-yourself thing that we stopped doing a lot. I remember when I was kid, it was like really part of the life of the childhood to paint, to do things. Now you can buy the toy in the OXXO. It's done. It's China made, so maybe. So what happened? I lost the point. So I have to start again in this part of the video. No, it's not true. But this is a long story. Just now to arrive that when you do things with your hands, the value it changes. And after all this simplicity, I found over the internet, I looked for Google, and like, okay, simplicity, that's a philosophy. I'm gonna search a lot about it, no? I'm gonna try to understand a little bit. And I found a webpage that says Casa de Paja, the straw bale house. That's how it happens in my life. I was looking for a philosophy, and I found a technique to become this philosophy. Build your own house. And for someone who, like me, that used to have a credit, it was a pain, like something failed. It was like, no, I'm not going to take a credit for a house. If I can do it with my hands, I don't need the credit. I don't even have money to house like my parents or some of the people who I met in the university. Like I don't want to work so hard just to pay the house. I can enjoy doing it the house and do it my own. It looks like a better challenge to go straight to the wall or to the door instead they go to the office, work hard, work hard, work hard again, and then have the money to buy it. That someone could do it better maybe, but just working like the industrial age for me was like something scary. Like I don't want to just working. And some point is funny because all that I do is something like is like don't stop working. I have a lot of energy and I love to do things from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. or sometimes more. I can be happy trying to do something. So that's why we decide to do something with ourselves. Well, Ceci is a creative woman too. It is the project too because we do a lot of things together, a lot. So it's funny how we really do a team. We are happy with the family. We are happy with the place, and we really enjoy to be in this track of creativity. So we found a couple of this guy who can be working all the day. He had some experience opening the stores and closing it and open and trying businesses. So I know about set up basic carpentry, basic electricity, but with some internet research, we found a way to build our own house. And after a while, like we decided to build another, and you can see our webpage, like the Facebook of Mi Casa de Paja and the Facebook of Casa Costal. This kind of the stories of this part of the life of trying to build with your hands. And we did 6 years of amazing things. If you have a minute, if you saw this video until this moment, you will enjoy a lot to see like how a guy who is studying university industrial engineer, and after that he moved to some sports and juggling and sailing, and after that he learned to build. So when you see the buildings, for me, I'm happy with my life. This is a video to say that I'm so happy with my life that we will be able to feel all the time to imagine and do it. Imagine and do it and feeling and living it. Like, so we are so glad to think that the things can really change so much, and there is a lot that there is not in our hands, like that, like the basic things that we don't decide how and when, and a lot of 99% of the rules in the world are not in our hands, but this 1%, when you start to understand how you can handle and how you can try, at least this word is 100% sure, no? Everybody have the possibility of trying. Magic. So go for it. Maybe it won't work. but try it. So for me, this is my philosophy of living every day. So that's why it's so magical every morning, every night. And when I start meeting artists, it was so amazing to see the others, what they were able to do and what they were able to make you feel. You know, when you get some enthusiasm or some energy from someone, is the same as bad as when you take something like really bad, no? Like someone is in depression and you start feeling the scare of the day. So for me, like if I'm with artists, I'm flying, I'm feeling very, very happy, and it's something that I want to do. That's why we took all experience, are almost 30, now 38 years old, and we decided to do something new, something different, and to just take what we know to try the new thing. So the new thing it was that we never did it before, but this Saturday was magical, is to be in the tourist business or tourist industry. We tried 2 years ago doing a platform. It was like kind of new Airbnb. Some of the friends of Puerto Morelos, maybe they saw it because we even paid advertising trying to do this platform where we help to the people the same way that someone helped me to make e-commerce in my life, like business. I start understanding, and they were these platforms. I never paid for a e-commerce platform for our sites because now we sell all this over the internet. I can even do a commercial now if you want to buy one of these toys or everything about juggling, ukulele, drums. Yes. We sell drums. We promote all about drums now. Nobody was doing it in Mexico. And now we did at the Jambe store where you can try it. And we have blogs, we have YouTube, we have everything for this community because we love it. We like to see someone who knows how to do it. When you live it, when you hear when someone have a talent with music, juggling, you know, all this stuff, when you see someone who know how to play it because it's their way of life, it's something amazing. So when we decided to do something new, it was like we got the thinking, and then the universe gave us the place. The place is here, no? It's Puerto Morelos. Okay, so we are in the middle of the jungle. A lot of places where you see there, the majority we never step on. They have been years like that. If someone step on, is the jaguar or the dogs, or not even our dogs because they are close there. So it's like magical. It's, I don't know if some of them they prefer the towns. I used to live in Mexico City and enjoy a lot. But the nature is the nature. We come from the life of the biological life. Even if we are so smart or hardware, it's still monkey style. It's like we like to eat. We like to see the trees. We like the food. The food we are connected to the land. So when you are here, it's like a space that maybe the word is like contemplar. How do you say? It's a spot to be able to connect, to see the beauty of nature. I talk about it in other videos about like the branches, the tree. This is a massive. It's obvious when God or the life or the energy who is before us is smart, no? So in some point we decide that the best thing that we can do it right now in a land of 2.5 hectares, and we did it with our kids in this fire, like with this kind of ceremony, like just ourselves, and we write in the papers beautiful things about what we can offer, and we can take the responsibility of the land. No, this is something cursi. How do you say in English? I don't know. It's something that sounds like cliche, but we really felt like, okay, 2.5 hectares, we're gonna save the world. This our world. We're gonna do a world here inside. We're gonna try to keep these trees get old. Like my friend Chino of the Juanillo. I hope one day you can see this video. You are so busy with your kid, but well, um, this kind of lives of living in the middle of the jungle is it have another kind of gift. The example of Chino is his massive tree that is behind his house that he put it when he was a kid. This is the story that I was like, I'm gonna offer it to my kids. I wanna leave it by myself. I wanna hang a swinger, a columpio in a tree that I put. I did it. I pushed something. I helped not to nature to do something good. No, it's so. I don't know what kind of content this video will be. It was like the introduction to Casa Costal, but when I talk with someone in person, this is the kind of things that I talk about. This is the kind of thing of I say, if you come one day to Casa Costal, this is the energy that I have. Like, look, this is amazing, amazing. This is amazing. But the other hand is like, when you arrive here and you are a tourism, you are changing it. I'm changing it already, and my mind say that it's a good changing because the majority of the cities and the changing stuff when the population grows in a places like this, that are the beautiful places in the world, is the one that get quickly tourism. They grow the population because everybody wants to feel this white sand or this sunset and if we are enough smart enough, it's understandable that with so much population in the world, this is growing so fast, so easy to see. The beaches are not going to be able to handle. They are not now. In the future, they are not. It's not going to be better. The way we are trying to enjoy of these places, or at least here in Mexico City, for sure, things could be better. Like villas, there is some spots here in Puerto Morelos where I don't understand if someone know why they don't leave trees. There is a spot, this is a spot with so many trees, like really they had to push so much the density to the business to help the people. I mean, who can do something trying to win a little bit less and offering a little bit more. I'm guess this question, I leave it open in this video, like there is a margin to someone to decide to do something better in the industry of construction, building, housing in Mexico. Because it's easy to see like someone took decisions to kill all the trees, massive trees, 100 years trees or more or much more, with these stories about the chicle, like I don't know, it's 20,000 pesos, 100,000 pesos. What kind of decisions, millions, they make us take this kind of decisions, no? So I don't have the money to make a development. I'm not this kind of decisions, guys. I'm not there. But we got the chance of these 2.5 hectares far away, not far away to don't think that someone is gonna be a city here too. So it's kind of taking like power to resist the wave. So we want to offer our house for a cultural center. We are offering to use it like a new way of doing businesses for everybody, for us and for anybody. Like really have to teach ourselves and to others that we have to start thinking about investing and keeping the green areas for ourselves, for our family, for our friends, for our community. Maybe doing the park stuff or kind of the cultural center. Some of the things that, at least here in Mexico, there are so much offered to the government or to the tourism industry, no? Like, okay, you're gonna do the education or the green parks, or you're gonna be able to put this to set up this infrastructure to help the people, the community, the humans beings there to be healthy and happy. So we are giving this responsibility to a guys that sometimes they can't. It's not maybe sometimes about corruption. A lot of times it's corruption, but a lot of times you are there in the corruption. What can you do? Like ask them to do a skate park here. Imagine the kind of problems that get involved when this kind of projects happens. I did it by myself. I built this store booth that took the ukuleles, the juggling stores completely to parks in Mexico City to teach the people for free. This is our business. If we teach someone and we make them understand how important is the music in your life or playing, I mean, this is our job. if I make you understand how good it is for you or for your kids to juggle in 3 balls, because all the psychomotricity things and the connections in your brain, this is the story of this business and this project. Like it improves the life of the people, be able to play. If you play more, you get more happy. So this is the and physically today with the iPad thing and the mobile thing, the all time in the screen, this is getting importance. Like let's play, let's do things, and music is something higher of connection, no, with your friends, with life. The sound is something that is really hard. It's great, the music. So we are here, 2.5 hectares, and we are trying to promote art, music, food, in a whole experience with this guy and the team that decide to come with me in this first early stage. We already did an amazing team. If one of you decide to come and see our project, this is a video just about the story. I'm gonna do another videos to understand and to share. Like after this kind of biography video, we start building not only our house, we decide to build a whole experience, sharing our experience. And in a short term about the other videos, in a short way to today, this is building, understanding the bad impact of the tourism and try to see what we can do to promote better tourism, a better impact tourism. I have this, I rather now, no? It's like, it's the main thing. That's why I have to do videos talking about, no, the things that drive us, the philosophy or the things that drive this project is a lot of nature, the impact of nature of the way of life is a thing now. It's like warmer, global warming, leaders that they don't know what to do or they don't know if they have to do, and people who are like seeing very bad things, that contamination, pollution is like getting like, come on, this is not, we have to do something with nature. The artists, I saw a lot of great artists struggling with money. That's not fair. We have to understand that when we buy something, we decide who is gonna have it, who is gonna give you are giving your energy, your time to keep going, no? The money is something amazing. So it's a whole topic for me, why the consumer, we don't support artists. I'm gonna talk about it. The logical tourist, the smart tourist, no? In theory, the new tourism, the new guys who are traveling, the millennial and younger people are starting to feeling like more empathic in traveling when they know the local people and they even participate in the community or in something. This is very, very interesting because we all know, no, this tourists that is taking pictures that they don't even connect, that is just really like a, I don't know, like the bulls when they are going fast, and this thousand of, I don't know the name in English, the estampida, I don't know in English. and they kill a lot of plants, a lot of things on there. It's the same here. If we put here 200 people, 300, 1,000 people per day, it's over. It's changing. You are scaring the animals. You are doing everything. So yes, we need tourists that pay for another kind of things. They support another kind of things, another kind of projects. This is, let's try it. We are doing with Pirata, with Carla, thinking the idea of doing a stamp or a sign that make you understand that we are friends of Puerto Morelos, like the Facebook fan page, like we are the people who have our own criteria, and we decide that this is the kind of project that are good for our community. You want to have it? Please don't show us like you are doing an effort, at least an effort. It's not good that we start seeing so close people who can do little tweaks to improve our space. Yes, it's a lot about we are not leaving the whole responsibility to governments and school of what is going to be life. We have to do our part. So it's, yes. The last one is this, the green business, like selling or sharing. It's nice to go to the Puerto Morelos organic market. You see it, you feel it. It's the kind of things that we want to see it more, no? Like people who know each other, to talk about it, to understand, to make friendship. This is the way that the things that we want to do it. So for me, is to try to share this entrepreneur of a green business in our contemporary and geographical challenge, because it's so different for everybody. So for me, it's like I want to do it, I'm going to try it, and I have to try and invent another kind of things. So Casa Costal is open every Saturday for dinner experience with art, music, and it's awesome, awesome. You will see it. You will see more videos. You can find some info in our webpage, casacostal.com. We have all the social media, well, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We are sending emails. Like, it's part of this video. We are starting to try to share everything, to share the project, because we feel this something that is not so hard to do it. I mean, we have to take the camera, talk about it, but comparing to the challenge of what we are trying to do, this show in the middle of the jungle with artists, is a hard work, and I hope I can share it with you. If you see the videos, or you know someone who can enjoy the project, share it. It's important part of the challenge with communities, no? Like support, share, talk about it, give feedback always. If we can do things different, it's really an invitation to make something, and this is our part. We are good on it, and we are trying. So thank you, comments, subscribe, all this.